Hey, this is Father Trey with a few reminders and a Phase 2 update. The first reminder is that our parish office is now open and functioning at our regular office hours, Monday through Thursday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., closed 12:30 to 1:30 for lunch, and Fridays we were open from 8 a.m. to 12 noon. As all of you know, yesterday, Monday, June the 1st, Governor Edwards announced that this Friday, June 5th, the state of Louisiana will be initiating Phase 2 out of the stay-at-home ordinance and so on with regard to the coronavirus pandemic. I thought I would take a couple of moments to just mention to you how that may or may not affect us. The most significant change for us is that we have been operating at 25% of our church's capacity, which means we were asked to have no more than 250 people in church at any one time. Now with Phase 2, that moves to 50%. What does that mean for us? Really not a whole lot. We have to block off every other pew in order to maintain 6 feet between you and the person in front of you and behind you. Laterally, left and right, that's kind of up to you. We're asking you to maintain 6 feet. But the issue is, if 250 people showed up for Mass and sat 6 feet apart, even if some of those were, were couples or families, we couldn't fit everybody. So needless to say, we couldn't do that at 50% either. So what we are going to do this weekend, the weekend of June the 7th, is we're going to bring back the 4 o'clock vigil Mass. So starting June 6th and 7th, our weekend Mass schedule here at St. Jude will be 4 p.m. on Saturday, and then we will continue on Sunday, 8, 9:30, and 11 a.m. Also a reminder that the 9:30 a.m. Mass on Sunday is streamed live every Sunday on this YouTube channel and then posted and left thereafter for those who wish to pray and view the Mass later. Masses during the week continue Monday through Thursday at 8:30 a.m. and after the 8:30 a.m. Mass on Tuesday, Eucharistic Adoration is available until 12 noon. So that's the change, adding back the 4 p.m. Vigil Mass. Here is what remains the same. We're asking you to go online or call the church office and sign up for a Mass. At stjudecatholic.org, on the bottom right-hand corner of the home page, you'll see a tab labeled Register for Mass. If you click there, everything you will need to know about how to do so for Mass during the week or on the weekend is there. You can call the parish office and speak to Linda at our front desk at 766-2431 and do the same thing. Now, as far as the obligation to attend Mass on Sunday goes, the dispensation from the obligation still stands. In other words, and I know that we don't use words like required, because when we go to church, we go because we want to go, right? But it is not a requirement or an obligation right now. So if you want to fulfill your spiritual need each week by receiving the gift of Eucharist, physically, face-to-face, in church, receiving communion, I recommend that you take advantage of any one of the 8 Masses that are offered. It may be on the weekend and it may be during the week. But either way, we'd invite you to please try to sign up just so we can kind of know what we're going to be in store for in terms of preparing for that Mass. And so that's the biggest change for us, the permanent addition of the 4 p.m. Mass to the weekend schedule. Also, I just want to simply say thank you for your continued sacrifice, your financial stewardship. Everything we do is because of you. The parking lot should be poured this week. Today is June the 2nd. If the weather is good, tomorrow, Wednesday and Thursday, June 3rd and 4th, they'll do the pour, and then we'll have to let it settle and cure and all that, and then we'll stripe it, and then we'll be ready to go with a brand new parking lot with what I know will be a permanent fix to it. Lastly, several of you have asked me face-to-face or by way of email if we could place either printed words for music in church or project them on the screens. Now, you may recall that when we stopped celebrating Mass publicly, we were asked, and we are still being asked, to remove all printed materials from church because of the risk of any printed surface carrying the virus. And so that's why there are no books, bulletins, or anything like that in church right now. As far as projecting the words on the screen goes, There are two issues there to consider. One, there is a bit of a copyright issue, and our choir directors are currently looking into that and researching if there is some solution. But really more importantly, and I know this sounds totally opposite to what we're used to, congregational singing is basically discouraged. For a cantor or one or two people to be singing, say at the pulpit, is one thing, but congregational singing is discouraged because of the risk of spreading the virus. I know that sounds strange or awkward. I know that probably isn't being practiced everywhere, but it's kind of where we're at and what we are asked to consider. So I'll keep you updated on words for music, but in case you were wondering why, that's a little bit about what's going on. I attended confirmation last night at another parish as a confirmation sponsor. They had instrumental music only. They had zero singing, and I'm fairly confident that was the reason. So that's a little bit about where we're at with Phase 2, which begins this Friday, June the 5th. Please stop by our office, call our office if we can help in any way. We're here for you, and I thank you for your prayers, your support and your encouragement, your financial sacrifice. Let's continue to pray for the sick and for those who care for the sick, and especially at this time where there is violence, we pray for peace. Have a great day. Thank you.